How? That is such a bad way to start a level with only one dot of health, but at least this room is going to help us. How indeed. And yeah, by the way, this is the name of the song which is playing right now. Yeah, it's really called Ow. And why is it called this way? Well, you're gonna learn at the ending of this video, because, well, there is one clear reason why, although the clear reason why it's titled that basically falls into the realm of the in-jokes that pretty much make up this game, because this game has a whole lot of inside jokes about the company, and yeah, basically the game is just a huge in-joke. Everything from the enemies, the items, even the little Easter eggs and all of this. We're gonna have quite a lot of time in order to showcase all of this in due time. So, now that we have proper health again, I think it's time to finally introduce this level for real. This is episode 1, area 5, 2 key return. Well, this is exactly like the name says. You need to find 2 keys and you need to return to some place. Holy shit, the names into this game are all accurate, I'm telling you. And the name of the levels into this game keep getting better and better. Whenever you enter Dopefish as a command line whenever you boot up the game. And those of you who played the game know exactly why, but if you're not into the know, well, wait until episode 3, because this, no, not episode 3, but yeah, episode 4, because the entire episode is going to be played with Dopefish command line, so that you'll finally be able to see them, and basically I'm gonna spare this for this one particular episode, if only because I really feel this is where the game starts going really downhill. Yeah, in fact, I'd even go and say that, well, the episodes go into a gradually decreasing quality curve. The first episode really is as good as the game gets, well, in my opinion, that is, but yeah. Basically, I just really like the first episode because, well, this is the one that probably has the better maps in overall, except maybe for the fourth map. The first episode has been really, really solid. The second episode, well, it's all... Oh, what a... Yeah, this is something which is really not fun about lightning guards. Yeah, sometimes the ones that drop bazookas will give you their bazookas without you knowing about it, and you end up shooting yourself. And yeah, this wall right here is kind of important. We'll need to go back here later because it's kind of an obtuse secret. Anyway, here's one of the new things that you start seeing in the game from now on. Elevators! But those elevators are particular, if only because everything in this game is on the same vertical height or something, so yeah, those elevators make you move sideways through the level, which is pretty neat, should I say. Now, here's a very important push wall, which is indicated by a whole bunch of torches, and it's important to go there. And yeah, both of these walls and switches have those triangle with dots textures into the wall. And yeah, basically that's an indication to tell you what those switches are opening. And you might have remembered seeing this circle with 2 dots into this one room earlier, and basically there goes your obtuse secret of earlier. That's how we open the wall that we saw earlier. Yeah, I know I still had to finish up saying what I wanted to say about the decreasing quality of the episodes and all of this, but we're still not done into this part because, well, there's still one part that I need to talk about into this level before we go and talk about something else, because this might be one of the parts into the game that probably stumble a lot of people and make them wonder how you had to make it through them. So here it is. This one room, which is right over here, where there's a whole bunch of angry jerks with machine gun waiting for us. There's even a whole bunch of X's onto the walls, into the wall textures, and that's basically a warning in order for you to say, don't go there. I know that, if only because it's written in the manual, and... well, usually when you see that happen into the levels, it's usually well-fitting, so there's a whole bunch of walkways all around here, and... right now we don't have an apparent way in order to make up onto them. There's also a whole lot of enemies, and yeah, this place is no picnic. No picnic for your average bear or average hunt agent. So welcome! This is essentially a jumping or a running puzzle, and since our character is too slow we can't even make it in, so we need to pick up a faster character in order to showcase that. Any of the female characters will be able to make it into this area, but none of the other characters are able to even make those jumps, and this one right here is a bitch to do. At least the rest is not too hard, but that one really is a bitch. So your reward is a split missile, and finally the first 3-up that you see to the game. But once again, it's really a bitch in order to get, and you can get it with more than half of the characters of the game anyway. Oh, this room right here is pretty fun, if only because of all of those people jumping around. They have such amazing choreographies, such as stomping each other continually, or just jumping into the way of missiles. Guards on springboards always is a beautiful thing. As long as you stay far away, because otherwise they just land on your head and crush you. But yeah, talking back about the secret one last time, one reason why I thought it was pretty difficult to figure out and all of this, because I really was sure at first that you needed to get a Mercury mode in order to get it, but, well, looking back into the maps into this level, because if you bought the game, basically there's a huge goodies pack where you get a whole bunch of free stuff, and basically you get the full high resolution maps into the levels into the game, or you can also see them into the Rise of the Triad official player guide, just in case you bought that or are still buying that, because yeah, it's still possible to buy this guide today, mind you. Yeah, it's pretty weird that a game like this actually has a player guide, but considering how obtuse some of the secrets in this game can be, well, sometimes it's not too much, even though there's no full listing of the secrets available in it, and you basically have to check out the maps by yourself if you want any kind of secrets and all of this, so yeah, you're still gonna do your homework in order to be able to find everything in there. And I don't think this is something that no one ever did, considering that, like I pointed out into the beginning of this Let's Play, there's absolutely no site which has discussed the secrets or stuff like that in an extensive manner, such as, say, for instance, in Doom, you had the Doom Wiki, which showcases all of this stuff, but hey, you don't have that kind of luxury here. I always thought that area into the game was pretty funny, where you just walk around into some sort of box which is littered with a whole bunch of springboards, and you basically just have to flip a whole bunch of switches and find your way around this artificial maze or something, just in order to find out the key. And to make matters even more amusing, there's this bunch of people which are just waiting there into what is possibly the most boring looking place around. Yeah, we're basically into a huge scaffolding of catwalk and boxes with some random springboards littered around for your means of transportation, as well as a welcoming committee. Those people were here in order to give you a medal for navigating your menus. Which is why you're usually pretty glad that you brought a flame wall alongside with you. The flame wall is the best, never forget it. So finally we have the 2 keys that we need in order to finish the level. Now we just need to go back into the starting room in order to go to the other elevator which is around there. Since I still have to backtrack into that area to showcase the secret that finally opened, well, I'm gonna clear out what I wanted to say about the episodes finally. Episode 1 probably is the best episode of the game. Episode 2 is not too far behind, although the one level which is not as good is a huge disappointment in comparison. Episode 3 is okay, but the 4th episode is where the game kinda derails and where I just don't like where it's going. Yeah, how about that? Elevators that go horizontally, and finally which has random elevator music popping in. I'm really not too sure about what this game doesn't have anymore. Really, what doesn't it have so far? Yeah, now we have dynamic lighting in action. You just have to blow all of the lamps away into the room, and you can finally see at how everything is a whole lot darker out of a sudden. Also featuring the largest and most useless bush wall, because it just goes way over what it needs to go, but hey, whatever. And finally there's the exit up to this level, a medium-sized level in order to complement a level which was pretty short earlier. I'm talking about too much room obviously, but there are 2 doors. One of you leads you to the exit, the other one leads you to a firebomb. But yeah, since our doggy cannot pick up weapons, we're just gonna have to revert to normal in order to get it. Alright, we're gonna have a good weapon in order to start the next level. Also, apparently finding out all of the secret walls usually is not always enough in order to get the curiosity bonus. I'm not sure why I didn't get it here, but well, I didn't say I would do 100% run of this game anyway. So anyway, this is the end of this video. Coming up next, the penultimate level of the first episode before the boss fight. Episode 1 Area 6, Spring Surprise. So, why did How get its namesake? Well, we're going to listen why. This is an early version of the song.